Only a few short weeks till our championship. It's quarterfinals time now on Quiz Kids.
It's the Bay Area Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Quiz Kids. Yes, we've been playing great games all season long, and we've winnowed it down to the top 8 teams, and let's meet the first 2 right now. Over here, we have the Westmore Rams. And on this side, we have the Mountain View Spartans. Welcome, gentlemen, and congratulations on getting this far. Let's start the game right off with your first toss-up question. He was a key figure in the signing of the Gdansk Agreement. Who is this Nobel Peace Prize winner and Das Ball?
Lech Walesa.
That is right. For 25 points, Walesa was the first elected president of which country?
Poland.
Correct. And for 50 points, which Polish president died in a 2010 airplane crash?
Something Polish. I can't say Polish.
Brandon?
Vladislav.
Your answer.
Vladislav Czech.
No, it was Lech Kaczynski. Here's your next toss-up. This architect designed the Nice Observatory. Who was this French architect best known for a lattice tower made out of iron? Das Ball.
Eiffel.
That is right. For 25 points, the Eiffel Tower is found in which French city? It's a free question, Das Ball.
Paris.
That is right. And for 50 points, in 1930, the Eiffel Tower was surpassed for the title of tallest building by which Art Deco New York City landmark designed by William Van Allen?
The Chrysler Tower. Chrysler Building.
The Chrysler Building.
You got 50 points. Gentlemen, your next toss-up. The demilitarized zone and the 38th parallel define this nation's southern border. Matthew.
North Korea.
Correct. For 25 points, North and South Korea both lie to the west of what sea that is part of the Pacific Ocean?
Sea of Japan.
Correct. And for 50 points, the Tumen and which other river form the border between China and North Korea?
I know, Vladivostok.
No, it's the Yalu River. All right, we have 75 for Westmore, 25 for Mountain View. Let's take a moment and say hi to our team members. Das Ball, like me, you're a big Madman fan, huh?
Yep.
And probably just as angry as I am that they've split up the season and we're going to have to wait another year to find out what happens to Don Draper. You want to predict
Exactly.
what's going to happen?
So other Mad Men endings have disappointed me, so I think Megan and Don might have ended getting divorced, or Don might join the Black Panthers, who knows?
Don Draper, member of the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
It's something to ponder, Das Ball.
Exactly.
Yeah. Brandon, you want to give a shout out to a teacher who is retiring?
Yeah, Miss Granfield is currently my AP English teacher, and this entire team had her for freshman year, and we really love her, and we really hope she has a excellent retirement.
Well, let's give a big hand for Miss Granfield. Andrew, you are a junior and you plan on studying chemistry in college, and you have a great opportunity this summer. What are you doing?
I applied for a program at Stanford called Inspiring Future Scientists Through Shadowing. So for 2 weeks, I get to follow a graduate student as they do chemical research in a laboratory.
You're going to be their Igor. Good luck to you. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, Andrew. Saying hi to the Mountain View team. Kevin, you just took 2 AP exams. We're just out of AP season. Composition and World History AP. How do you feel you did?
I think I did all right. I think I did a lot better in history, though, because I like it a lot more.
Oh, well, there
Yeah.
you go. You know, I mean, we're all favoring one subject over another. Good luck on both of those. Matthew, you got into my alma mater, Berkeley. So you're going to go to Berkeley?
Yeah.
Go Bears. Lots of activity on your Facebook page about that, huh?
Yeah, every 10 minutes, someone just posts on the Berkeley Facebook page.
That's because we're all incredible people and we're really social.
Yeah.
Good. I'll send you a message after the show.
Yeah.
Deo, this summer you're going to go to Mumbai?
Yes.
And do you have family there?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do this summer?
Visit forts and go to Bollywood.
I saw my first Bollywood movie last week, Kaba Kushi Kabigan. Big film. We'll talk about that at the break as well. But I guess we should play more game, huh? Let's go with your next toss-up question. Although it's named for one state, it actually involved two. Which 1820 compromise? Yes, Andrew.
Missouri Compromise.
Correct. For 25 points, banning the Washington D.C. slave trade was one part of what compromise named for the year Millard Fillmore signed it?
1850.
That is right. And for 50 points, which last-ditch effort to avoid secession was named for the Kentucky senator who proposed 6 constitutional amendments in 1860?
Or just defer to me.
Defer.
Crittenden.
You got 50 points. Here's your next toss-up. The westernmost point of this island lies in a borough of New York City. Stony Brook and the Hamptons. Yes, Matthew.
Long Island.
Correct. For 25 points, the hipster enclave of Williamsburg is in what borough that's at the western end of Long Island?
Yeah, Queens.
No, it's Brooklyn.
Oh,
Here's your next toss-up. Which author of the long-running play The Mousetrap also created the sleuths Hercule Poirot and Miss Jane Marple? Deo.
Agatha Christie.
My favorite author, yes, for 25 points. Alfred Hitchcock, my favorite director, directed adaptations of whose stories? The Birds, Jamaica Inn, and Rebecca?
do you know?
Your answer, Matthew?
Hemingway.
No, close. Daphne du Maurier. I'm sure she would have loved to have been compared to Hemingway. Next toss-up. A series of islands are found off the east coast of Texas. These islands are in what gulf that lies northwest of, yes, Brandon?
Gulf of Mexico.
Correct. For 25 points. Lying southeast of Houston is which barrier island whose principal city was devastated by a hurricane in 1900?
There's islands off Texas.
I didn't know that.
I just said something.
The Texan Islands.
No, Galveston. It's Galveston. All right, that was just my little Glenn Campbell homage. All right, next, toss up. Several gas laws are named for famous chemists whose law states that the pressure and volume of an ideal gas. Yes, Matthew.
Charles Law.
No. Whose law states that the pressure and volume of an ideal gas are inversely proportional?
Is it Dalton?
Brandon, your answer?
Boyle.
That's right, for 25 points. Whose law states that the total pressure of a mixture of gases simply equals the sum of the partial pressures of each component?
Dalton.
Right, and for 50 points. Whose law holds that the amount of a gas that dissolves in a liquid is proportional to its equilibrium partial pressure? Your answer?
Charles.
Henry. Henry's law. That's the end of the round. 160 for Westmore, 45 for Mountain View. We'll be right back to pick categories. Don't go away. We are back, and let's give a big hand to the coaches for both teams. Good friends, both of them. From Westmore, Mr. Alan Bronstein. And from Mountain View, Sarah McWay. Thank you so much, coaches. All right, gentlemen. Gentlemen from Mountain View, you get to pick first so that you can catch up. Each clue in the categories is worth 30 points. And the categories today are Name That Team, Capital Rivers, or Red or Blue?
We'll go with Capital Rivers.
Capital Rivers. You're going to need 4 correct answers to take the lead, so try and get all of them so you can give Westmore a run for their money. I'm going to name I'm going to name a national capital, and you tell me the principal river that flows through that capital. Okay? Washington, D.C.
Potomac.
Correct. Baghdad.
Euphrates.
Oh, no, it's the Tigris. London.
Thames.
The Thames is right. Khartoum.
The Nile.
That is right. Budapest.
I think it's Danube. The Danube.
Yes, the Danube is correct. Kinshasa.
Congo.
Right. And Ottawa.
Wait. Yeah. St. Lawrence.
No, it's the Ottawa River. The Ottawa River. But you have 195. You've taken the lead. And so I'm going to let Westmore choose a category. Either name that team or red or blue. You need 2 to win.
Teams.
Teams. I'll give you a definition, and you give me the term it defines. Each of these terms is the name of a major league sports team. Okay? The transfer of thermal energy.
The heat.
Heat.
That's right. Oh my God. Like the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
You know, go Heat. If you get this right, you win the game. The profession of Sam Adams.
Oh, wait. Patriots.
Patriot.
No, he was a brewer. He was a brewer. The musical genre of Duke Ellington.
Jazz.
Like the Utah Jazz, you win the game. Congratulations. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll be right back with another match. Don't go away. Welcome back. We have 2 more of our Elite 8 teams here with us. First, the team that the school actually won the first 4 seasons of Quiz Kids, the Menlo Atherton Bears. And another school we've had since the very beginning of our show, the Crystal Springs Upland Griffins. Welcome, gentlemen. Let's get started with your first toss-up question. In this novel, the Duke and the King are a pair of con men. Henry.
Huckleberry Finn.
Correct. For 25 points, the King, in the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, claims to be the lost heir to which Sun King who ruled France for 72 years?
Louis XIV.
That is right. And for 50 points, the King tells Huckleberry Finn that he held what title that in France refers to the first in line to the throne?
The Dauphin.
You got 50 points. Next toss-up. Voltaire wrote that it had none of its 3 namesake qualities. Spencer.
The Holy Roman Empire.
That is right, for 25 points. At the Battle of Lechfeld, Holy Roman Emperor Otto the Great defeated an invasion by which nomadic people who established the Kingdom of Hungary?
Huns? The Huns?
The Huns, do you think?
I don't know, but do you know?
The Huns.
No, it was the Magyars.
Oh. Okay, that's terrible.
Oh, good, thank you. This is the next toss-up. One formula for it contains sodium bicarbonate and tartaric acid. What is this powder used to raise cakes? Yes, Patrick.
Baking soda?
Nope. What is this powder used to raise cakes and quick breads? You don't have to buzz.
Baking powder.
That is right. That is different from baking soda. For 25 points, the acid and base in baking powder react to produce what gas?
Carbon dioxide.
That is correct. And for 50 points, the tartaric acid in baking powder is a byproduct of the fermentation of what fruit?
Apples.
Grapes.
Okay.
Let's take a moment. 75 for Crystal Springs, 10 for Menlo Atherton, and we'll meet the teams. Patrick, MA Bears, you've just finished how many AP tests?
5. Way too many.
Way too many. So I was told here to talk about how much you hated it.
Yeah, I mean,
what more can you say than that? You hate AP tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not even going to have to go to school for more than a year and a half because you took all those tests. So, suffer now, enjoy later. Spencer, you want to talk about your favorite book or one of your favorite books?
Yeah, it's called Perfume. It's written by Patrick Suskind. It's about a man who has a wonderful sense of smell and kills women and then makes perfume out of them.
That's great, Spencer. We want to have a gentleman in the audience talk to you at the break. But,
I'd love to talk with them.
Perfume. All right. Mason, you've got a favorite TV show going on.
Yeah, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Yeah, John Oliver's become a very, very funny man to watch, isn't he?
Yep.
What do you like about him?
I watched him during the summer. I just think it's funny.
Good. On HBO. Elliot, Crystal Springs Upland, hello. We were just talking about Elon Musk's Hyperloop before the show, having a really wild conversation, and coincidentally,
it turns out that I'm actually making one for my senior project. In short, it's a high-speed train in a tube, like ship in a bottle. Why not? Yeah. It goes very fast.
Good, good. We're going to make a getaway after the show. Andrew, you did an econ project with Elliot discussing or investigating the black market
on chocolate in the Bay Area. Yeah, we have a tradition on the team to eat very highbrow chocolate, which he's talked about in the past, and we just wanted to look into that more.
What you don't have is a tradition of bringing the Quiz Kids hosts high-quality chocolate.
Sorry about that.
Yes, that will cost you. Henry, you're taking part in the Knowledge Bowl with Elliot. Everyone does stuff with Elliot. I don't know how he has time to build that Hyperloop.
Though actually, this was against Elliot.
It was
and the
against
Knowledge Bowl
Elliot.
already happened, yes.
I'm with you there. Okay, Henry. You were competitors. How'd that work out?
Oh, well, my team won. Elliot's didn't. But I wouldn't wish to brag about it.
That's the way to create team play.
Yes. Well,
Good
now
for
we're
you,
together,
Elliot.
and we're the best of
This may
friends.
help Menlo Atherton catch up. Let's see what happens when we get to our next toss-up. This state's capital was the only Confederate capital city east of the Mississippi River to avoid capture. Henry.
North Carolina.
I'm sorry. To avoid capture by the Union during the Civil War. What is this state which was admitted to the Union in 1845? You can talk it over and steal.
East. Not Louisiana, South Carolina.
I need your answer, Spencer.
Kentucky.
Florida.
Oh
my God. Here's your next toss-up. The Night Cafe and Starry Night. Yes, Spencer.
Van Gogh.
That is right. For 25 points, which other Van Gogh painting of blue and purple flowers brought an astonishing $54 million just 5 months later?
I don't know.
The Haystacks.
It's called irises. Irises. Here's your next toss-up. One physical constant equals 6.67 times 10 to... Yes, Patrick.
Big G, universal gravitation constant.
That is great. Yes, of course. For 25 points, the law of universal gravitation was developed by which English scientist in his Principia?
Oh, that'd be Newton. Isaac Newton.
That is right. For 50 points, physicists had to wait for general relativity to explain what effect in which Mercury's elliptical orbit itself rotated around the sun.
Do you know that? What's this called?
I don't know.
Your answer.
Fast Mercury.
Precision.
Right.
Next toss-up. The Madeira and Rio Negro are tributaries of the second longest river in the world. Andrew.
The Amazon.
That is right. For 25 points, the mouth of the Amazon is in which country whose cities include Santarém and Manaus?
Brazil.
That is correct. And for 50 points, the Amazon also goes by its city of Iquitos in what country?
Peru.
Peru gives you 50 points. Here is the next toss-up. It's from the Latin to hear. What do we call the process in which actors try out for a play? Andrew?
Audition.
Right. For 25 points, what's the term for an actor who is prepared to take over a role at a moment's notice?
Understudy.
And for 50 points, what's the term for the process of specifying where actors will stand and change position during a scene?
Blocking.
And that's 50 more points. You must have had a good drama teacher. Here's your next toss-up. The orange color of some street lamps is due to this group 1. Yes, Elliot.
Sodium.
Right. For 25 points, the metals of group 1 are given what name because they react with water to form solutions with high pH?
Alkali metals.
That is right. And for 50 points, sodium was isolated by Humphrey Davy by applying what chemical technique to molten caustic soda?
Electrolysis.
You got 50 points again. Next toss-up. The Battle of Leipzig was a decisive defeat for this emperor. Yes, Patrick.
Napoleon?
That is right. For 25 points, which composer spent the last 27 years of his life in Leipzig, where he composed such works as his Mass in B minor and the Musical Offering?
I don't know.
Yeah, just say someone.
Name a composer. What?
Grieg.
Bach. That is the end of that round. 55 for MA. Crystal Springs has a mighty lead of 225, but you can still catch up after these messages. We are back. Let's give a big hand to the coaches for both teams. First, from Menlo Atherton, Helmi Henkin. And from Crystal Springs, Mr. Tom Woosnam. Thank you, judges. All right, MA, there are 3 categories, each with 7 questions, and you need 5 correct answers to take the lead from Crystal Springs. The categories today are the ologies, name change, and yes, governor.
We're going to go with governors.
All right. These are all governors turned presidents. I'll name a U.S. president who had formerly been a governor, and you name the state he governed before becoming president. And if you don't do it with a perfect Cockney accent, you get 0. Thomas Jefferson.
Virginia.
That's 0. No, all right, it's correct. Ronald, I can't read this, Reagan.
California.
Right. Bill Clinton.
Arkansas.
George W. Bush.
Texas.
Gave an extra syllable there. Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
New York.
Jimmy Carter.
Georgia.
It's more like Zsa Zsa, but I'll accept it. Woodrow Wilson. Spencer, your answer.
Massachusetts.
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
But you still got the lead, and it's up to Crystal Springs to take it back and win the game and advance into our semifinals. First, pick a category, either the ologies or name change.
We're going to go with the name change.
Name change. These are nations who changed their names. I'll give you the old name of the country, and you tell me its current name as per nationsonline.com. What nation changed its English name from Siam in 1949?
Thailand.
That is right. And you need 1 more correct answer to advance. What nation changed its English name from Ceylon in 1972?
Sri Lanka.
You won the game and you advanced. Congratulations, Crystal Springs. Great season, MA. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next week when the last 4 teams in the Elite 8 meet up. Bye-bye.